Hello and welcome to this, our third day at sea on the way back from Greenland to Southampton.
We've already had 2 full sea days as we are making our way across the Atlantic Ocean back home, and to be honest, the days have flown by.
Today was a day filled with unique experiences and we're going to tell you all about them right now.
Hi, if you're new to our channel, we are Tom and Dom Travel and we release a new cruise related video every single week. So if you haven't done so already, hit that subscribe button and don't forget to give this video a like.
As usual, we woke up and grabbed a couple of coffees, opened the curtains and could see that it's real calm seas today, so there's no chance of seasickness happening.
The clocks have gone forward another hour and we are really starting to feel the pain.
After we grabbed a couple of coffees, we headed out to explore what was happening around the ship. You can find out the activities available on board using the journey view on the My Medallion app. You can use the touchscreens around the ship or the Princess Plaza that's delivered to your cabin or stateroom every evening.
As we're walking around the ship, once again, there was another Zumba session with Angela in the Wheelhouse bar and it was very busy.
Now Angela has been there most days and as Dom said, every day has been very busy. She does a different routine every day, so it's certainly worth going along if you like a bit of exercise in the morning.
In the main Princess Plaza down on deck 5, there was a ping pong tournament, officers versus passengers.
It was quite a serious tournament with cruise director Andy there as umpire, and it did get quite heated, so it was quite fun to watch. And then at the end, all the officers joined in and had a game against each other.
We picked up another coffee from the casino bar. Unfortunately, on board Island Princess, there's no international cafe. However, Good Spirits and the casino bar offer takeaway coffees as well as a number of sweet treats in the morning.
We then took this opportunity to head into the casino itself and cashed out some of our winnings.
On this cruise, we're around about $20 up, and what we wanted to do, cash those winnings out and pay off our account before we disembark Southampton in a couple of days' time.
It's definitely worth doing. Make sure you cash out any casino winnings before you leave the ship, preferably the night before. You could do what we do, is pay off any of our account with those winnings at the desk in reception on deck 5.
As we'd missed breakfast, we quickly made our way up to the buffet for some lunch. We did have a look at the menu for the main dining room for lunch. It didn't really take our fancy, so we thought we'd go up to the buffet and have a little look at what was on offer.
Now, as it was the buffet, you do have a little bit of a random selection, but luckily for me, there was steak on today, so I had a bit of steak with some cauliflower cheese.
And I just went for soup and a sandwich. They had a lovely vegetable soup there and it was absolutely delicious. Once again, the sandwiches on board have been incredible. Really tasty.
We've found the whole buffet selection to be really good, and we've never found a problem finding things to eat.
The sun was shining, so we took the opportunity to go for a little walk on deck 15 and it was glorious. Now, we were still wrapped up for winter. We had our hoodies on, our jeans on, and it was warm out there.
It is really warm now, and some of our fellow passengers are definitely there ready for the sunny weather. They must think they're in the Caribbean because there is some people there once again in their swim shorts, bikinis and things, really taking in the sunshine. Due to it being such great weather, the centre court area was also packed with people. It was very busy, probably the busiest we've seen it in the cruise. They had the giant chess set up and people were using that. There were people playing shuffleboard and also, first time we've seen it, people playing pickleball.
It was then time to head down to the Explorers Bar for Andy, the cruise director's farewell show. Andy had put on a little performance where he was singing some of his favourite songs just as a little goodbye to us all, which was very lovely.
It is really nice to see a cruise director like Andy who is out and about meeting and greeting passengers all the time, and he also put on this show so he is hugely visible on the ship, which we think is really important.
However, the performance was held in Explorers Lounge and unfortunately it was incredibly busy and we didn't even manage to get a seat, and neither did a fair few other passengers because everybody wanted to see Andy's performance today.
So as we've said before, Island Princess doesn't have any big venues really other than the main theatre. The main theatre has been used for rehearsals for tonight's performance, so Explorers Lounge probably is the biggest venue.
So unfortunately we had to stand at the back and watch.
But it was still such a great performance. After Andy's performance, we stayed in Explorers Lounge, managed to grab a seat and sat down for a question and answer session with some of the ship's entertainment team.
It was a very interesting Q&A session. We got to find out all about the contracts, how everything works behind the scenes, and we thoroughly enjoyed it.
Passengers were able to ask questions and they would give the best answers they could, and we found some of the things really fascinating to hear, learn about the different roles on the ship. It was really, really good.
We then made our way back to the cabin, and unfortunately we had the dreaded disembarkation information and labels. A week ago we had a questionnaire asking us what our preferred disembarkation time was, and we've been given 8 a.m. And some lovely brown labels.
Definitely feels like our cruise is coming towards an end now.
We thought we'd use the time and start packing,
which is always a sad part of the cruise.
As the sun was still shining, we made our way up onto deck 14 and the pool area and grabbed a seat in the sun. We were feeling a little bit peckish, or I was, so pretty much I ordered myself a burger and some cheesy chips and bacon from the poolside grill.
One of your last burgers.
Until next time, Princess.
Yeah, the poolside grill was once again quite busy. It does build up quite a queue there because everything is cooked to order, so please be aware that if you want something from the poolside grill, there could be a little wait.
By now the sun was shining and the temperature had definitely risen, and pretty much we haven't seen the pool deck that busy on this entire cruise. It was amazing to see.
Completely different feel to the ship when the sun's out. We had a quick walk back through the ship on our way back from being by the pool, and we noticed 3 of the cruise staff filming the wake show. So Angela, Jacinda and Amber were all there. It was really interesting to watch the filming. We could see how filming the wake show works, what goes on, and maybe we made a little cameo appearance in the background.
The wake show is filmed in various locations around the ship, and if you're in the vicinity while they're filming, Andy or whoever is presenting may ask you to make an appearance.
Yes.
So we made our way back to our room to have a little rest and get ready for tonight. Now, tonight was the captain's farewell in the Princess Plaza at 6:30. So we quickly made our way down. It was also formal night, so we were dressed up in our finest.
The captain's welcome was a great event held in the Princess Plaza. There were lots of people there. This is an event where they give out free drinks, so if you don't have a package, it's a great opportunity to grab a drink. Also, the captain introduced many of the team on board, including crew from restaurants, housekeeping, entertainment team, shore excursions, you name it, there was a representative there. It was really nice to see some of the crew. They were holding hearts and dancing and singing. It was a fantastic event that we would recommend you going. Now, straight after the captain's farewell, we headed to dinner, just like most of our other passengers, so the restaurant was very busy. Once again, we were in the Bordeaux restaurant. We quickly found our seat and ordered a couple of drinks.
Tonight was a farewell gala dinner, so the menu was absolutely spectacular. For my starter, I chose to have quinoa and pomegranate. It was very, very nice. Really, really enjoyed it. Something completely different. I definitely recommend it if you enjoy a little bit of pomegranate. It was nice and fruity. Very, very tasty.
And I had the wedge salad with blue cheese, and my God, that blue cheese blew my mind. It was strong, but it was very, very tasty.
On the pasta menu tonight, there was cheesy tortellini, and it was spectacular.
We both went for the cheesy tortellini, and it was absolutely delicious. So we could have had probably double the portion, but we knew we had to hold on because we had our main course about to arrive.
Once again, the pastas on board Princess are spectacular.
Now on to the main course, where the option was land and sea. Now, as me and Dom both don't eat shellfish, we just went for the land. So it was an option of steak and lobster tail, but we just went for the steak. Now, when the steak arrived, it was a small piece of steak with cream spinach and mashed potato. Probably just enough for us, but if you do like a bigger portion, please ask for 2 steaks, because if you're not having the lobster, you can get 2 steaks, but anything else additional to that is an extra charge.
Our way to Tyrone did ask us if we wanted 2 steaks. However, we were being very, very good considering we were having 4 courses. We just had the 1 steak and it was delicious.
Our waiter did ask us how we'd like each of our steaks cooked. We both went for medium as we'd done previously, and to be honest, my steak was just as good as the one I had in the Bayou restaurant the night before. Yours was probably an improvement, so it's not always worth the extra.
Then on to dessert, and I went for the trifle, and I've got to say it was spectacular. One of the best trifles I have ever had. Delicious. Had a lot of fruit, fresh cream, cake, beautiful. Everything you'd want from a trifle, it was there.
And once again, I went for the chocolate caramel dessert, so as always a chocolate option. Now the chocolate topping of the dessert was beautiful, although it was filled with something that definitely wasn't caramel. It was very strange, not the best.
It was like a jellied centre. It was a bit strange, really.
Yeah. And then to end the meal, we were given petit fours, and they were beautiful. We had 4 each. They went down exceptionally well. Now after dinner we did pop quickly to the Explorers Lounge where there was a Hollywood game show happening.
The Explorers Lounge was very busy once again. The quiz shows in the Explorers Lounge at 8:30 are incredibly popular, and it's recommended you get there early if you want to take part or even watch.
But we didn't stay too long because we wanted to get to the main theatre tonight very early because the show was The Secret Silk. We arrived at the Princess Theatre very early for The Secret Silk because we'd walked past the queue on the way to dinner for the earlier show, and there was a massive queue.
Never seen anything like it. Bearing in mind the show started at 7:15 tonight and it was a little bit earlier than usual. We made our way down to the Princess Plaza for the Captain's Farewell at 6:30 and people were queuing at 6:30 and it was massive.
Now this show has been talked about through most of the cruise where the cast have been rehearsing for it because it hasn't been available at all for the last few months. So we were really excited to see The Secret Silk, and I think most of our fellow passengers were as well.
So we got into the Princess Theatre at around about 5 to 9.
So bearing in mind that the show starts at 9:30, we gave ourselves about half an hour clearance, and it was already starting to get busy.
By the time the show was about to start, there was standing room only.
Yeah, there was no space at all in the theatre. People were definitely fighting for seats.
Just to remind you, during production shows, if you do have the Premier Drinks package, you will have access to reserved seating. However, 5 minutes before showtime, any Premier seats that haven't been taken are released and available for anybody to sit in.
Now, the show The Secret Silk is produced by the composer of Wicked, Stephen Schwartz, and uses puppetry from the Creature Workshop of Jim Henson.
The show was absolutely spectacular. We have never seen anything like it on a cruise ship before.
Now, and we really like to praise the cast because there wasn't a technical difficulty where the emergency lights came on halfway through the show and the show had to be stopped, but that really didn't affect the show for us at all. They did it really professionally and continued on from where they left off, and to be honest, the show just blew us away. The technical parts of the show were fantastic. The costumes, the use of the puppets, the dancers, it really was a step above any of the other shows that they'd done on the ship.
The set design, the costuming, the puppets were absolutely incredible, and we've never seen anything like it. It was outstanding.
Yes, so if you're on Island Princess and you get the opportunity to see The Secret Silk, we highly recommend that you go.
Yeah, we feel very, very fortunate and lucky once again that they managed to put on this show for us, because we were only expecting 3 production shows when we boarded.
After that fantastic Secret Silk in the Princess Theatre, we once again headed to the Explorers Lounge where we sat down for a couple of drinks and listened to Ecstasy.
Fortunately, one of the lead female singers is now feeling a bit better and put on a really good performance with a fair few people up and dancing.
And after Ecstasy, it was Callum, one of the entertainment's team, spinning the hits for a late night disco, and my god, what a disco he did. It turned into a rave, I think, with some of the music that we had, and there was definitely some ravers on that dance floor.
Explorers Lounge stayed open until late again, unfortunately, because we are both feeling the effects of that now.
We did, and we sat down with some of our fellow passengers and a good chat. Lovely to chat with some of our fellow passengers.
We stayed in Explorers till around about 2 a.m. once again, bearing in mind the clocks go forward again, so that was actually 3 a.m.
So we quickly got ourselves back to bed, where Dom once again ordered some room service. even though he was absolutely shattered. But he still had to have that princess burger and those cheesy fries, the second portion of the day.
It's going to be one of my last opportunities, so I'm going to make full use of it.
Yeah. And that was the end of our third sea day here on Island Princess.
Thanks for watching our sea day here on Island Princess. If you've got any comments or questions, just pop them in the box below and we'll get back to you.
And please don't forget to like and subscribe and hit that bell notification button to never miss a video from us. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.
Thanks for watching. We've got lots more content available on our YouTube channel, so press that subscribe button. If you're interested in receiving daily updates, we're available on most social media platforms. Just search for Tom and Dom Travel.